Yeah, Shalom, Israel, Shalom. Brakata YaHaWah, Brakata YaHaWaShi, BaHaSham Rakah Qadash. Double honors once again to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone, who teach well and rule well, who taught me this truth in its entirety. Peace and salutation to the Akim, pushing this truth all over the earth. And to the Akwith that are listening, quietly listening, Shalom. This is your brother Shema from the Pillars of Benjamin camp in Toronto with another lesson. The title of this lesson is The Most High YaHaWah's, the Most High's plagues are shutting down cities, man. Shutting down cities and countries, man. You know? This is my fourth start to this lesson. The previous three, as I started, man, like I'm telling you, phone's quiet, no chirping, no alerts, you know, no phone ringing, you know, no text, nothing. And the minute I log on and I start recording, the phone just started going nuts, man. Phone call, text, another phone call. It's crazy, man. That's Satan, man. But yeah, this is another quick lesson, man, right? And it's based on some some news alerts. Us in this truth, you know, we're watching and reporting, man. Watching and telling, edifying the sheep, edifying the lambs, feeding the flock, you know. At the same time, we're exhorting one another who's in this truth, you know, giving faith boosters, you know, and exhorting each other, each of us in this truth, man, you know. But yeah, we're in some beautiful times, man. Beautiful times. We're seeing prophecy reveal, you know. 2020, the year of prophecy, according to a decree set out by Elder Apostle Tahar, you know. And it's just prophecies, man. But yeah, let's peep this little clip, a couple minutes of this clip, and then we'll get some precepts.
Italy has expanded its response to the coronavirus by locking down the entire country. Italian Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte says that as of this morning, travel restrictions will apply to the whole of Italy and not just the north as before. More than 9,000 are infected with the virus and more than 460 people have died across the country.
Empty restaurant chairs, a common sight now in Italy, which has extended its emergency coronavirus measures to cover the whole country. Public gatherings are banned. Only bars, restaurants and cafes that guarantee customers can remain at least 1 meter apart can open, and all must close at dusk. On the eve of the bumped-up measures taking hold, for some diners, the last evening meal out for a while. Italy's Prime Minister outlined the measures and took the nation's youth to task.
I am about to sign a decree that we can sum up with the expression, I stay at home. We understand that young people want to socialize. We have seen the images, photographs where the nightlife is, the fun, where they drink outside bars. It is no longer possible for us to allow this because of the risk of infection.
The measures also restrict people to all but essential travel. Commuting for work is allowed if people have documentation proving it's necessary.
Listen, man, this is just the beginning of, look at that. Commuting to work, for work, is allowed. The key word being allowed, right? If proper documentation is provided, man. This is just the beginning of the introduction of the New World Order, right? Where, go where you're told, stay where you stay, FEMA camps, martial law, you see me, right? It's only the beginning. This is just the beginning.
I'm forced by my company to travel for work, so I must do it every day from Monday to Friday. The queue here at the gate is a problem. It's necessary, but makes it difficult to keep our distance and respect all the measures in place.
Yeah, keep our distance. You see the fear is being amped up, man. Keep our distance. Earlier on, it said that restaurants are allowed open if it's guaranteed that patrons could have a certain amount of distance between one another, right? Yeah, man, the fear is real, man. But us in this truth, right? Us in this truth know that, if the sealed, those that are hedged, we're good, man, right? But the heathens and the 2/3, man, woe unto them, right?
By telling the nation's 60 million people to stay at home until at least April, Italy, the country worst hit by the coronavirus after China, is hoping it can finally turn the tide.
Let's go right to Rome, where court.
Yeah, man, the entire populace, the entire city shut down, man. You know what I mean? Let's get a precept, man. A man shall desire to go in the city and not be able to. 2 Ezra 15. 2 Ezra 15, verse 17. All these things happening, man. We're attaching scripture. We're attaching the scriptures to it, man. 2 Ezra 15, verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, right? A man's not going to be able to travel, and it's just going to get worse and worse. And the enforcing is going to get worse and worse. I read in an article, I think it was yesterday, I read that Russia is threatening jail time if you leave your house. Right? Quarantine lockdown. A man should desire to go into a city and shall not be able. That's the fulfilling of this right here, man. A man's not gonna be able to travel from city to city. So right now, the way Italy stands right now, you can't leave Italy, and you can't fly into Italy. You know what I mean? Right? And it's only gonna reach the Western world. It's only gonna reach America in due time, right? Babylon the Great, spiritual Babylon, spiritual Egypt. It's only gonna reach America in due time, right? Woe be to the inhabitants when that happens, man. America's gonna bug out. Right, we're seeing viral videos of people fighting over loaves of bread in Italy and fighting over toilet paper, man. Right, fighting over toilet paper and loaves of bread, man. Right, multiply that times 100 in Babylon the Great, America the Great, spiritual Babylon. Isn't it? Verse 18: For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. Right, these proud places, man. These proud places have been pompous, right? They're getting hit down. It's a domino effect right now. It's just going from city to city, man. But they're troubled, man. The houses shall be destroyed and men shall be afraid. Right? It's fear. Everybody's frightened, man. Everybody in that video is wearing masks. In that clip is wearing masks. They're shook, man. They're frightened. Right? Verse 27. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. Right? The Most High YaHaWah BaHaSham YaHaWaShi has released these plagues on the whole planet, man. Wait till the western side of, like right now, where I'm at, it's still cold, man. There's still snow on the ground. Wait till it warms up and the summertime heat licks, man. Right? And these viruses start to thrive. These plagues start to thrive. Right? We have a Jamaican saying, "We not seen nothing yet." Right? Meaning we haven't seen nothing yet, man. You know what I mean? It's just going to ramp up and get more and more increase. Right? For YaHaWah shall not deliver you because ye have sinned against him. Right? And many are going to perish. 2/3 are going to perish. Right? Heathen's going to perish. Wicked Esau going to perish. You know what I mean? Because of the sin. The sins they've committed, man. That's why the Most High YaHaWah BaHaSham YaHaWaShi is releasing this wrath on the whole world, man. Verse 49. I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence. Right? Men are going to die off and leave their women behind. Widowhood. Right? These plagues. Right? Poverty. You know what I mean? The cities are going to get locked down where you can't go to work. I read an article today that Trump is cutting the payroll tax. Right? Because they're in anticipation that people are not going to be able to work. Right? Famine. We know that's coming. Them locusts are on a rampage right now. In Africa and flying up into China. They're on a rampage. Right? We're going to see that on the shelves. Right? Sword. That's the modern day sword is guns. Right? And pestilence, man. Right? Plagues and pestilence. You know what I mean? To waste thy houses with destruction and death. And it's just going to sweep through and waste. Right? And if you're not of the elect, man, Psalms 91. If you're not of the elect, I'm going to this one in the spirit. Psalms 91. Psalms 91 verse 7. 1,000 shall fall at thy side and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Right? If you're not of the elect, man, this doesn't pertain to you, man. Right? So most I willing, we're of the elect. We're going to be seeing them drop around us left, right, and center, man. Right? 1,000 shall fall at thy side and 10,000 at thy right hand. But it shall not come nigh thee. It won't touch his elect, man. It won't touch his elect. I had another this one right here. This one came in this morning as well. Dental cancellations, layoffs, possible due. Dental cancellations, layoffs possible due to mask shortage from COVID-19 hoarding. Halalyam, YaHaWaShi, BaHaSham, Qadash. Right? So because people are hoarding these masks in great fear, right? Then we read in Sirach. Then we read in 2nd Ezra 17 and 27. Salakia 15 and 27 that fear shall the great fear. No, it was the next one. It was 49. It was the first one we read. Yeah, right here, verse 18, the first one we read. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. Right? All these cities are troubled, man. Right? Right now, we're focusing on. We're talking about Italy right now. Troubled, man. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. People are afraid, man. So people being in fear are hoarding masks. These surgical masks, man. Right? Right, and they're thinking that there's going to be layoffs. I just had it. My phone's messed up, man. Right here. Right, there's going to be layoffs and cancellations of appointments, man. Right, dentists, hygienists, doctors, and nurses urge public to stop buying, hoarding disposable masks. Right, that's fear right there, man. We're not going to read the article, but based on the title, we know what's going on, man. You know what I mean? Layoffs possible, right? That's pursuant to Ecclesiastes 12 verse 3. Grinding cease, no work. You know what I mean? This one right here too. Salakia, brothers. My phone's mashed, man. You know what I mean? Look how long it takes to load a page. Right? Satan right here, man. Doesn't want this truth to come out. Whole floor of RBC, Royal Bank of Canada. Whole floor of RBC workers in Mississauga, that's in Canada, Toronto, in self-quarantine after employee diagnosed with COVID-19. Right? Dozen of workers at our RBC, Royal Bank of Canada, in Mississauga's Meadowville campus are now in self-isolation at home after an employee there tested positive for COVID-19. So an entire floor of a building, of an office building, where people are working, grinders are sent home and in self quarantine, man. Right? Just like I said, as I said earlier, you know, Trump want to cut payroll tax in anticipation of nobody being to work. Yo, it's gonna get real. It's gonna get real, man. Ecclesiastes 12 verse 3, right? 12 verse 3. And the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, keepers of the house, you know, that pertains to employers, right? Governments, you know, keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few. Strong men shall bow themselves, fear. Strong men, you know, they're in fear right now, man. Look at people are buying up surgical masks. And dental health practitioners and dentists are fearing they're going to have to lay off and cancel appointments, man. Right? Fear. Strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few. right? Whole floors are getting sent home and put in self-quarantine, man, right? Grinders, workers, cease, meaning stop, because there are few. And those that look out of the windows be darkened, right? Right? These places are getting shut up. These places are closing down. These places of employment are getting shut up, closing down, you know? And this is just a reversal of the curses, right? Most High Yahweh BaHaSham YaHaWaShi is on his way back, man. Right? And this is all prophecy. Beginning of sorrows. Deuteronomy 30, verse 7. And the Most High thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Khan. And these curses we're talking about are pursuant to Deuteronomy chapter 28, 15, verse 15 onward. Right? Right? But the curse we're going to look at, right here, Deuteronomy 28, verse 59. I'm not going to read all the curses. Right? I'm not going to read them all, but they're there to be read, man. You know, you can read them. Deuteronomy 28, chapter 28, verse 15 onward is all the curses, man. And Deuteronomy 28, verse 1 to 15 is all the blessings, right? But we just read in Deuteronomy 30, verse 7, the Most High Power, YaHaWah BaHaSham YaHaWaShi, is going to put these curses on thine enemies. Whose enemies? Israel's enemies, right? Israel being a people before a place, right? And we know Israel is the so-called blacks, the so-called Latinos, and the so-called natives, right? And as a matter of fact, before we read this curse, we're going to look at who Israel's enemies are. Psalms 83. I'm going to this in the spirit, right? Put all these curses on your enemies, right? And who are Israel's enemies? Psalms 83, verse 4. They have said, come and let us cut off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance, right? And this is their agenda. This has been their agenda, man. Cut off the nation of Israel, man. Wipe out their name from being a nation, right? No more remembrance. Let no one remember who Israel is, right? Right? But Israel's waking up. Verse 5. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Confederate against who? Israel. Right? We're going to look at the word confederate. They're confederate against Israel, man. Confederate. Right? I'm just edifying the flock. Feeding the lambs. You see me? My phone's mangled. Straight goods. Freezing and buffering. Confederate. Confederate. To unite in a league or alliance, right? So they're united in a league. They're an alliance against Israel. Who's in alliance and against Israel? They're enemies, right? And who are their enemies? Verse 6 tells you right here. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes, right? Gebel and Ammon, right? Amalek, right? Amalek, the son of Esau. Amalek is those Khazars that are in Israel right now, right? But you get the point, man. These are the enemies of Israel, man, right? So Deuteronomy 30, verse 7 told us, reads, the Most High YaHaWah BaHaSham YaHaWaShi is going to turn these curses on your enemies, right? And then we read in Psalms 83 who our enemies are, right? So now we're going to look at this curse, the main curse we're going to look at right now, because this is the curse based on this lesson. Deuteronomy 28, this is one of the curses on Israel, right? And we read in Deuteronomy 30, verse 7, the Most High Power is going to turn these curses on our enemies. Deuteronomy 28, verse 59, and it reads, then the Most High, YaHaWah BaHaSham YaHaWaShi, will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed, even great plagues, and of long continuance, and sore sicknesses, and of long continuance, right? Plagues, man. Plagues. Verse 60, Moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt, which thou wast afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee. Qadash, YaHaWah, BaHaSham, YaHaWaShi, BaHaSham, Qadash. But this is what we're seeing happening, man. Right? This is all prophecy. This is all prophecy. It's all scripture based. We're going to close out with this one right here. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 6. Yeah, man. Plagues are ramping up, man. It's only going to get worse. Wait till it gets warm. Wait till it gets hot. Isaiah 13, verse 6. Howl ye, for the day of the Most High is at hand. Right? YaHaWah, BaHaSham, YaHaWaShi. The day of the Most High power, YaHaWah, is at hand, man. It's coming. Right? Howl ye. Right? Howl. Cry. Right? It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Right? The Most High. It's coming as destruction from the Most High power. Therefore shall all hands be faint. Right? We're seeing that fear buying, panic buying, panic shopping. Right? I did a lesson on this a few days ago, man. People are storming stores and clearing out their shelves. Right? Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. Right? People are shook, man. People are frightened. Verse 8. And they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. Right? They're in fear, man. Everyone's in fear. Everyone's shook. Right? Wearing masks. Right? Self-quarantining. Right? People are shook, man. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Verse 9. Behold, the day of YaHaWah cometh. Cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. Right? Most High power, YaHaWah, BaHaSham, YaHaWaShi. The day of the Most High is at hand. It's coming, man. It's coming. And it's coming. It's not coming nice with love and smiles and bubble wraps and candies, right? And everybody can be saved. Salvation's for everybody. That's not how it's coming. That's not how it's coming, man. It's coming with wrath and fierce anger, right? To wipe out and to lay the land desolate, man. Desolate. Let's look at the word desolate. Right? YaHaWah, BaHaSham, YaHaWaShi, he's coming fierce, man. Desolate. Of persons, disconsolate, miserable, overwhelmed with grief, deprived of comfort, right? And we're seeing it slowly happen, man. Deprived of comfort, miserable, right? It says here to lay the land desolate. The whole land's gonna be miserable and desolate, man. Deprived of comfort, man. We're seeing that. 6-week lockdown, 6-week quarantines. Can't leave your house. That's misery. Right? That's that's misery. That's desolate. That's desolation, man. That's misery. Right? And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. Right? The sinners are going to perish, man. 2/3 going to perish. Right? The heathen are going to perish. Right? Wicked Esau going to perish. Right? Most High willing, you have the elect. The elect shall be delivered out of it, man. Anyways, I pray you're edified. It was just a quick lesson. Qadash, YaHaWah, BaHaSham, YaHaWaShi, BaHaSham, Qadash. Right, double honors once again to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who teach well and rule well, who taught me this truth in its entirety. Right, peace and salutation to the Akim, pushing this truth all over the earth. Right, stay prayed up, pray without ceasing, man. All right, we're at the end of this thing. This thing's getting crazier and crazier, more ramped up. But us in this truth, we know what's up, man. Right, beginning of sorrows, man. We know what's up, and it's got to pass. It's got to happen. YaHaWaShi said it, man. Right. YaHaWaShi said it. Kwam Yasharala, Abad Baba.